Every Untitled boxing game player knows the struggle. You're up against an Ippo main, and the moment the match starts, they rush you down, throwing hooks like there's no tomorrow. And if they get their Dempsey roll going, GG. But what if I told you there are fighting styles that can shut them down? Actually, all styles can be used here. But this time, I'll give 3 style you can use against Ippo. In this video, I'll break down more ways to counter Ippo mains in Untitled boxing game, whether they're spamming, pressuring, or trying to land a clean Dempsey roll. Let's get into it. Wait, I almost forgot. Let's announce the winner from our trolling emotes video. And the winner is TOJI318. Congrats. Just contact me. Also, there's a giveaway in this video too. The code is at the end of the video. It's simple, just make sure you've liked the video before commenting the code. Now, back to the topic. How to beat Ippo style. First of all, let's take a look at the Ippo style. It's a quick style with intense strength, a front dash, the Dempsey roll, and an in-fighter play style. And if you're a beginner, this is definitely one of the styles you'll want to learn. Now, let's take a look at the weaknesses of the Ippo style. Keep in mind that this video is mainly for players who are still learning the game. In reality, you can use any style effectively, but I've chosen these 3 as they are easier to master. One of the main weaknesses of the Ippo style is dealing with long-range fighters and speed-based playstyles. Fast jabs and deadly combos can counter its close-range approach. Hitman style on this list. As an outboxer, it has some of the best range in the game, along with fast M1 attacks and dangerous combos. If you mix in M2 attacks, it becomes even harder for Ippo users to handle. The second counter I chose is bullet style. This style is known for its incredibly fast bullet jabs, which can completely stop the Dempsey roll. Not only that, but it also boasts one of the strongest M2 attacks, the Thunderbolt, which deals massive damage. Additionally, it's a great tool for baiting and feints. Finally, the third counter is Handslow style. It offers high attack speed, above average dashes, fast walk speed, and solid stamina. One of its biggest strengths is its M1 attacks, which are difficult to dodge and allow it to apply constant pressure. These 3 styles make it much easier to counter Ippo's aggressive infighting approach. Now, let's move on to the next part of the video. This next strategy I'm going to show you is simple. I know there are even better ones out there, so feel free to share and comment below. But for now, here's what you should always remember when facing the Ippo style. Bait your opponent. Always lure your opponent into making mistakes, but make sure to switch up your baiting patterns to avoid being predictable. Use heavy combos and M2 wisely. Heavy combos are effective, and while M2 is a great tool, don't overuse it. Save it for the right moment. Dodge the last punch of the M1 chain. This allows for a perfect dodge, giving you an opportunity to counter. Maintain distance and control range. Always be aware of your positioning. Don't let Ippo users get too close. Patience is key. Stay calm and wait for the right moment to strike. Counter the Dempsey roll. When they activate the Dempsey roll, you have 2 main options. Step back to avoid the pressure. Use a well-timed M2 to interrupt their attack. Be smart when rushing in. Don't just charge recklessly. Plan your approach carefully to avoid getting caught in Ippo's close-range power. This is the best strategy I could come up with since I'm not that great at perfect dodging PD. But if you're skilled at PD, it'll make things even easier. I wanted to show the full video of these 3 styles being used against a strong Ippo style player, but it might make the video too long. So I'll just crop the clips and explain them instead. Let's start with Hitman. As you can see here, it's really difficult to just throw out M2 recklessly. That's why you shouldn't overuse it. Sheathe the Dempsey roll. Use an M2 counter. Follow up with an M1 combo and always check your distance. since she's good at dodging and knows that the M1 always comes from the right. This is where we use feints, either an M1 feint or an M2 feint. She used the Dempsey roll again here, but my M2 timing was off. Our best hope now is to dodge his last punch to create an opening. And remember, the Hitman style has weak dashes and lower damage, but its attacks pierce through. So the key is to land consistent combos to gradually deplete the opponent's HP. Here, I relied on patience and avoided dashing too much since Hitman isn't strong in that area. And in this part, I noticed that she wasn't dodging the M2 feint and was gradually getting hit by small M1 attacks. And in this situation, he's already getting used to our pattern. So here, I switched to a legit outboxer style, but without moving too much. I also tried to avoid hitting too early to prevent getting perfect dodge. A single mistake here could turn everything around. Now, let's move on to bullet style. I used the same strategy as before. Actually, before we recorded this, she defeated me twice, so she's definitely not an easy opponent. But once I figured out a strategy, I challenged her again and let her know that I would be recording the match. Here, I relied on bullet style's passive ability. You need to be extra careful and watch for your opponent's dash, then release a bullet jab at the right moment. However, the M2 counter is risky, so timing is everything. I also took advantage of bullet style's long range and speed to control the fight. Remember, your outboxer don't need to rush in. And if your opponent doesn't like to dash, you can use feints to force them into dashing, then you can take advantage of bullet jab to punish them. In this part, I was really getting bullied and couldn't keep up. So I focused on creating distance until I could perfectly release the Thunderbolt. In this part, I started trading blows a bit, but I was careful not to use M2 since we both had our ultimates ready. At this HP level, every move counts. So I relied on feints and single jabs to stay safe and create openings. And one more thing, never let your shield break easily. Her PD on me here was insane, but I was left with a bit of HP, and since my M1 was faster than hers, I didn't hesitate to use it immediately. I applied pressure because she was also close to getting knocked out. Our video is getting a bit long, but I still need to include Handslow here. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so much. I haven't been using this style much lately, so I'm a bit rusty. But here, I'm just taking advantage of our speed. Don't hesitate to trade blows because with Handslow's fast M1, you'll always land the first hit against the Ippo style. Here, you need to play like Seiki, not too aggressive. Just showcase your speed. Use double dashes and mix in feints. Before you know it, you'll already have the advantage in the fight. Just remember the strategy I showed earlier. I used it for all three styles. It's just slightly different for Handslow since it's faster, making it a bit easier to use against Ippo. I wanted to show the full fight, but the video is already too long. If you notice, you might get a little frustrated because I'm not fighting the way my opponent wants. I'm just avoiding their attacks while slowly scoring points against them. It's called the Mayweather style, just kidding. But yeah, I'm just being careful because skilled Ippo users aren't easy to fight. I got a bit lucky here since his ult failed. But we've already secured the win because we're ahead on points. And that wraps up our video. What do you guys think? Comment your thoughts below. And the code is... like the video. 燃え尽きた。